Hi, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so to get started, this is a reading for the sign of Aries. This is a special message. I received this channeled message on the full moon, which I think is significant. So, it was a full moon in Aquarius, so there could be an Aquarius involved in this. I'm not sure. But Aries, you're definitely involved in this situation because I felt like this message, it was unlike any I've ever channeled because they're usually vague in nature, and this is very like tethered to a relationship and like what is going on between two people that were involved with each other. Okay, so there's some significance with an Aries here. Okay. I hope all the Aries that I'm talking to are doing well. Happy Monday, you guys. Um, Today is I have two kids and it's their first day of school. So this is kind of a significant day for me. I just got them off to school. Now, I was told, I just made a video for you guys, but I was told by the angels I needed to film this today and I needed to get it out today. Normally I wouldn't be making another video for you guys, but here we are. I guess this is really important for an Aries. They need to hear this message. Okay, so this might be something that you really need to pay attention to and listen to. Okay, it is about a relationship, and there's some clues that I'm going to give you to whether or not this applies to you. Now, I'm going to give you a lot of factors that kind of tell the story of your relationship. You don't have to have all these factors in your relationship for it to apply to you, but you need to have at least a couple. Okay, and I'm going to give you a lot. There was some type of push-pull dynamic between the two of you. It could have been short-lived. There was a runner and a chaser in this relationship. It was a spiritual relationship on another level. Okay, and that's significant. It changed you. One of you or both has regrets. It ended abruptly, or there was no closure between the two of you. Only one of you expressed feelings. The other was more closed off. There was some type of energetic exchange between you two. Angel numbers could be involved. You felt like they were hiding something from you or things. There was a magnetic attraction on a whole nother level. So the chemistry between you two was just off the charts. It was insane, and it was mutual. They felt familiar, like you just knew them, like a soul tie or a past life connection. Your life changed after you two separated. They linger in your mind. You had a spiritual awakening after the ending. Something was off. Okay, unconditional love was present. You just loved this person, and they got past your defenses and your walls. Your dreams can be significant. There was some type of glow up / transformation that took place with you. The dark night of the soul. So one or both of you could have went through that, and one of you might be going through it currently. Telepathic connection. Divine intervention or divine timing took place. You have ascended and have spirit guides. Divine protection is at play. There was a third party, whether you knew it or not. You two were both in a state of transitioning when you were together. Somebody was going through some type of change. Okay? One of you reached out to the other out of the blue, like you two had a mission together, or there was some type of soul contract present. Okay, so those are some of the signs that this reading fits you. So you need to have at least a couple of those for this to kind of tie in for you. Now, I had a dream And the angels say my dream is very significant to this message, to this reading I'm giving. Now, I'm not a big dreamer, but ever since I was awakened, which I awakened last year, and let me say, wow. I'm not all, people might think that when someone's spiritual, we're all zen and meditation and just at peace. Okay, the awakening is anything but peaceful and zen. Okay, when you awaken, it brings up your trauma. You have to deal with old wounds. You have to deal with, like, the angels put you in isolation a lot of times when you awaken. So they force you to really deal with what's going on with you, and they force you to look at yourself, and they force you to go within, and it's intense. Okay, and you do go, I went through the dark night of the soul big time. Okay, but you come out of it. Okay. But anyway, so before my awakening, I wasn't a very big dreamer. Okay, and if I did dream, I never remembered them. Okay, but my angels tell me that I need to, like, try to remember my dreams. Well, this one really stuck with me. So, okay, so in the dream, there was a dog, and it was chasing after this huge snake that was on the go. I mean, this snake was booking it. But the snake wasn't alone. There was 3 raccoons with the snake. Okay, and so the 4 were together. Okay, but the dog chases after the snake, and he's like barking its head off at this snake. And it was more of like a pleading with the snake, or like a warning. So the dog was like pleading, and I could feel like unconditional love coming off of this dog for this snake. Like the dog didn't view the snake as a snake. It was trying to help the snake, trying to warn it, and it was all backed by love. Okay? And they come to a V, and the snake never even, and so the dog comes right up on the snake. But the snake never acknowledges the dog. It's like the dog's not even there. It's like its pleas are going on deaf ears. The dog is just left there flabbergasted, like, what, how come I'm not being listened to? Okay? And the snake just moves on at a very quick pace with these 3 raccoons. Okay, so it took me a while to try to decipher the dream. At first I thought that the dog was a guide, and he was guiding all the 4. But no, that couldn't be, because they didn't listen to him. They didn't even acknowledge him. So I feel like the dog is the chaser. Naturally, a dog is a chaser. So the dog was chasing after the snake. But the dog didn't view it as a snake. But it didn't view it as a threat at all. There was love for that snake. Okay. And then the snake obviously was the runner, who didn't listen at all to the dog, who didn't even like show the dog the attention that it deserved. Okay, that obviously the snake was the runner. And then I think the 3 raccoons were the factors that went into the snake not listening to the dog. So there were 3 factors in the relationship between these 2. Okay, because the dog and the snake know each other, even though the snake didn't acknowledge the dog's existence. The snake, I know, knew the dog. Okay, but because the snake wasn't threatened by the dog at all. It was like they knew the dog was there. The snake knew the dog was there, but it just ignored it on purpose. Okay, it ignored its pleas. It ignored what it had to say. It just ignored the dog, but it knew the dog. So that's the runner-chaser dynamic. Okay, so the three factors that went into the relationship ending and the snake ignoring the dog were, I feel like, karmic ties and past wounds were one of the factors. Okay, and that could include like a karmic ex for the snake and karmic family. Okay, another was a karmic like relationship. And then the other was, what did I think the other one was? Like karmic friends. That was what the other one was. So karmic friends, a karmic relationship, and then karmic family and a possible ex went into this person walking away from the other person. Okay, so significant here is the numbers. Okay, with angels, the numbers always tell a story. Okay, so altogether there were 5 animals. So 5 is a big factor in the relationship here. So it was probably chaotic, but it caused a huge change. Okay, so you could be seeing 5-5 or 5-5-5. Okay, also the 3s, because there was three raccoons. Okay, so intuition had to be played, was in motion here. So you could be seeing 30, excuse me, you could be seeing 33 or 333. Also the 1s, because there was 1 snake, 1 dog. So 11 or 1111 or 111 is significant. So one of these numbers is significant to your relationship. So there's been manifestation going on. So both of you are manifesting. And one could be manifesting in a bad way and one in a good way. Okay? Also, one of you is in alignment, or there's some type of alignment that took place. Also, I think there is a shift. Okay? And also there are 4s, because the snake and the 3 raccoons were together, so that would make a group of 4. So like something divine, like angels were present in the relationship, some type of divine guidance, intervention, divine protection, divine timing. All of these factors come into play in this relationship. So it's, and also you could even include the 2s, because there was a relationship of the dog and the snake had a relationship. So even the 2s, so 22, 44, 222, all of these numbers could be very significant to this relationship. Okay, so it's really 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are really significant to this relationship. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read this message. I've never received a message like this. It's kind of unbelievable for you, Aries. Okay, so from this message that I received, I didn't write this. The angels, I channeled this. This is like a more of a twin flame journey, because the angels use the word twin. Okay. You could also say soulmate, but they use the word twin. So I'm going to have to go with twin flame. So there was a twin, and that twin knew the other without a word. The other knew nothing. The result was a runner, and the chaser was awakened, and the awakened was gifted a title and privilege. That privilege is knowledge and an emperor. The other one has an STD and a karmic who won't let them be. Their money is nothing. Their money is not there, but the karmic has lots of outfits for their OnlyFans. The situation is bleak as they fight on the daily, and the despair is in their veins. They both check out, and that is when they play. And in the play, they create ties and lies. They lay down with dogs, but they are dogs, so it works out. For in the folly, the other twin is honored, and the other fallen. And in the falling, will never get back up. Okay, so that's the message, and it's quite intense. So one of you ascended, and one of you has fallen. Okay, according to this message. So it's very interesting, and I really feel that one of you is an Aries. Okay, I don't know the other sign. But one of these twins is an Aries. And the angel, I asked the angels that, and they confirmed it. So this is interesting, right? Okay. So I went ahead and pulled some wisdom of the oracle cards to try to figure out. So I got the energy of the ascended one. So their energy is of milk and honey. So the one that ascended is going to have a harvest. Their energy currently is abundance. So they're kind of in emperor or empress energy currently. Okay? Things are just flowing to the one that ascended. Okay, now I got the one that has fallen, what their energy is. And it is number 10 and number 27. It's unfinished symphony and exchanging gifts. So they feel like there wasn't closure between you two, that they have things they want to reveal to you, things they want to say. Okay, and they might have a gift for you. So the fallen one wants to give you something. They're going to try to smooth things over. Okay. Now, I also got the karmic's energy. Okay. Now, the karmic must be a feminine energy, because I got yin, but in reverse. So this person, this karmic energy is probably an earth sign or either an earth or a water sign, more than likely, but it might not be. But they are someone who wants to receive, not give. But they don't have anything to give. Okay, you see how this person has nothing to them. There's nothing there. The bowl is empty. Okay, so this person takes, this karmic takes without giving. Okay, and I got community in reverse as well to describe this karmic. So I feel like people have caught on to this karmic's behavior. The people around them are turning on them. People have, I would say the true colors of this karmic person have come out. People are seeing this person for who they are. So maybe they've given some of these people that they know the STD as well. That could be, that could very much be the truth. Because I feel like this karmic is gross. Okay? Well, the message told us that they like to play. Okay, so they lead a certain lifestyle. And polyamorous comes to mind. Okay? All right. And whoever their friends are, they're low vibrational. They're bad news. Okay, so whoever this energy surrounds themselves with, this feminine energy, they surround themselves with people who are probably criminals. Well, the three raccoons made me think that criminal activity was present. Okay, people who were up to no good. Okay, so this low vibrational person surrounds themselves with that type of people. Okay, so I'm going to do a reading. Let's go ahead. Can you tell me, I've got some cards here that I made up myself. Can you tell me some stuff about the Ascended One? Can I get some words about the Ascended One, please? Okay, can you tell me more about the Ascended One, please, Spirit? Tell me more about the Ascended One. Tell me more about the Ascended One. Okay, I got change direction in spring. All right, so maybe something significant happened in the spring with this. Maybe that's when you two met, was the spring. Okay, but the ascended one has changed direction. Okay, or maybe one of you were born in the spring. Well, we know that's for sure because one of you is an Aries. Okay, I pulled some oracle, some sacred symbols oracle cards for the ascended one, and I got time, number 41. So I feel like things are happening in divine timing for the one that has ascended. Okay, I got home, number 10. So maybe the ascended one could be moving or transitioning, or they have transitioned in divine timing. So there's going to be some type of movement take place, or this also could mean that the ascended one is very stable and they've got their life in order. Okay, and I also got psychic and power. So I feel like the ascended one is very tapped in. They are in like divine energy, either divine emperor or divine empress energy, and they are like a high priestess energy. Okay, so this person, the one that ascended, is very powerful and has a lot of abilities. Okay, now we're going to get a reading. I'm going to use the tarot to do a reading on the one that ascended. So let's find out about that one. Okay, we got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the Death card. We've got the Seven of Wands. We've got the Eight of Cups. We got the Strength card. We got Justice. And we got the Moon. Tell me more about the Moon. Okay, got the Tower. All right, so the one who ascended is coming out as the Queen of Pentacles. So the one that ascended could be an earth sign, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, it could be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But I would say the one that ascended is very nurturing. They could be a parent. They are very practical about how they think. They could be very much focused on like building themselves back up, pouring into themselves. They could be focused on their work. Okay, after the situation that happened between them and the fallen one. Okay, and then I got death. So I feel like the ascended one went through a huge transformation. Okay, I would say a spiritual awakening. Okay, they're enlightened. They're way more aware of the situation that they were dealing with when it came to the other person. They know things. They know things that the other one doesn't even want them to know. Okay, we've got the Seven of Wands. So this person is standing their ground when it comes to the other one. I feel like they've made their decision. They're standing in that decision. Also, I feel like they're being protected by the divine. Okay, and they kind of like worked through the situation. They've worked through what happened between the two of them. Okay, and they've got things in order. Okay, under the Queen of Pentacles is the Eight of Cups. So I feel like they could be this, the ascended one could be moving or they're on the search for something more fulfilling. Okay, they have turned their back on the past. Okay, so they're not concerned with the past. They realize that the past didn't have what they wanted. Okay. And they are persevering. I got the strength card, so Leo energy. Okay. The ascended one has a lot of courage about them. They're very brave. They've made a lot of needed changes in their life. And they probably did this. It took a lot. This transformation wasn't easy for the one that ascended. It took a lot of hard work. They had to work at the changes that they made. Okay? But they found within them the courage and the bravery and the power to get through the situation that they were dealt. Okay? And justice is at play. So things are going to be made fair for this ascended one. The balance, justice will be had. Okay? Libra energy. And I got the moon and the tower for the ascended one. So the ascended one could have somebody that has their eye on them, a secret admirer, because that could be part of their justice. And maybe they don't see this coming, but this is going to change their life completely. Okay? So their life will have will look completely different after they meet this new person that they maybe haven't met yet. Okay? That's what I'm getting. Okay, so that's the one that's ascended energy currently. We're going to get the one that has fallen in their energy as well. Okay, and I kind of wonder, I have these Path of the Shadows card. Can you tell me about the one that has fallen? Like, what's the shadow that they're in? Can you tell me about their shadow, please, Spirit? Okay, so the one that has fallen, their energy is one of avoidance. In the dance of shadows, I conceal and invade. Fear's veil keeps me distant. In the dark's cool shade. Okay, so the one that is fallen is just avoiding the whole situation altogether. Okay, they're avoidant. That's their current energy. Okay, so I feel like the runner wanted the chaser to keep chasing them. Okay. Because of fears. So they have like issues within themselves. Okay, let's use the Sacred Symbol Oracle and we'll get the fallen one's energy. Can you tell me about the fallen one, please, Spirit? Tell me about the fallen one. Okay, we have shadow number 43. So they're kind of more in their shadow side. They have toxic attachments. We have focus. And we have divine feminine and jealousy. Okay, so the fallen one is very much so spying on the divine feminine. So maybe the fallen one is in their divine masculine energy. Or they're focused on some type of feminine energy. But there's jealousy at play in the relationship. So it could be the karmic. So I got shadow. I got focus. And then I got divine feminine. Okay. And then I got jealousy. So I feel like the one that is fallen is currently in there, like, there's a lot of shadow, there's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of insecurities, there's a lot of toxicities that surround in the past, and I feel like currently too, that surround the one that has fallen. Okay, but I do feel like they're spying on the other one, which could be a divine feminine. But you know what? The arrow is pointing toward the shadow. So I feel like they're very focused on their shadow side, the one that is fallen. So their focus is more of a physical nature. Their focus is on pleasures, on material things, on the 3D. Okay? But they are, and it could be that the fallen one, I could read this another way, that the fallen one is the divine feminine. Okay? Alright, but I do feel there could be magic going on in the relationship. So maybe the fallen one practices magic or is involved in magic, the dark arts. Okay? Alright. Let's go ahead and do a tarot reading on the one that the angels say is fallen. Okay. Okay, we have the Tower. We have completion. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Four of Swords. So a lot of swords here. We have a Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles just keeps showing up. We have Strength. We have the Seven of Wands. And we have the High Priestess. Okay. I feel like the fallen one is experiencing a lot of Tower moments. So a lot of betrayals are going on in their energy. It's just one thing after the other is happening to them. There's a lot of chaos. They're in a lot of storms. So it could be, it could be run-ins with the law. It could be breaking the law. It could be and it has to do with a feminine energy. So some type of feminine energy has betrayed them quite a lot, because under the Tower is the Queen of Pentacles. So more than likely this person is dealing with someone that has children. Okay? And maybe that's why they're stuck. Okay. It was a Tower moment for this person when the Ascended One closed out the cycle. Okay? Because I have the World here. So when the Ascended One decided to just end things with the Fallen One, they didn't, for one thing, they didn't see that coming, and it completely shocked them. It shocked them that the Ascended One walked away from them. Okay, and that has them all up in their head with the Nine of Swords. This person can't figure out, like, it's a bit of a mystery to this person, like, how things played out between the two of them. And they probably are up at night. So maybe they're experiencing insomnia. That's a possibility. They are very stressed out by their current situation. Okay, they are not happy. Because I've got a lot of swords here. Well, I've got 9 and 4. Okay. So whatever chaos that this Queen of Pentacles has caused, they're trying to recover from it. They're trying to deal with this. I think they see the situation between the two of you differently. Okay, they've really they've gone within, or they've had some type of epiphany with this Four of Swords, And now they understand you better than they did. I feel like they didn't understand the relationship or the significance of the relationship, but I think they do now. Okay? And they do know that. So whatever happened between the two of you, like however you felt in the past, I feel like this person currently feel like the tables have turned. This person feels like you did in the past. Okay? They're trying to like be brave and have a false front of they're okay. So this person doesn't want the other one, the one that's fallen doesn't want the other one to know how they truly feel, or they're repressing it. They put on a brave face. Okay? They do know that with this, they're very upset. Okay, because these were under each other. They're very upset that, like, it could be that one blocked the other one. Okay, or maybe you both blocked each other. But they're very upset that there's no communication between the two of you, or that things, like, there's no connection anymore. The energy's not flowing. You could have driven this person to an ego death. Okay? And they are overthinking the whole situation too. Okay. Then I have the High Priestess. So I'm not exactly sure what this is trying to tell me. I'm going to have to clarify. Why is the High Priestess here? Why is the High Priestess here? Okay. I feel like the High Priestess is denoting secrets. Okay? In this reading. So the High Priestess. So I think this person is contemplating like how their secrets led to the downfall of the relationship, because they had a lot of secrets that they didn't tell the one that has ascended now. Okay? They kept a lot of things to themselves. Things weren't revealed. And they know that. And it really eats at them. Okay? Because these secrets caused this person, they held back. They were very guarded with the one that has ascended. They were very guarded with you. Okay? But they also feel like they're stuck in their whatever situation they're dealing with that karmic. They feel trapped by it. And that's why, like, they couldn't be what the other one wanted them to be. That's why they held back. That's why they didn't tell you everything. That's why they didn't tell you how they felt. And that's why the relationship didn't go anywhere. Is because they felt like they couldn't. Like they were trapped in something. Okay, and this led to a painful ending. Them withholding and them being very, they probably were like very negative in the relationship. Okay, because they have a negative outlook, period. This person has a negative outlook. So you probably the ascended one brought the warmth and the happy and kind of built up this person. But this person is in negative energy. Okay, they carry a tone of negativity. Okay, but this whole situation of them being in the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords led to this ending. Because they didn't give you they didn't give the other one what they needed or deserved. Okay, and it was because there was competition. So there was a third. Okay, according to the cards. Because we have the Five of Wands. So they were dealing with another person, and that's why they held back. Okay, they had some type of options. Okay. Alright. I think that's going to conclude, so now we know what's going on with the Ascended One, and we know what's going on with the Fallen One. Let's get some untold truth. Okay, I have these cards. So we're going to see what the avoidant wants to say. Okay, okay, we got trust your gut. It's rarely wrong. Okay, so intuition is huge between the two of you. Okay. Your smile once lit up my entire world. Okay, so I really feel like one of the unspoken truths is you really made this person happy. Okay. Hearing your name still makes my heart race. Okay, so maybe they are getting signs from the divine about you, and everywhere they go, they hear your name. Okay, that could be the case. All right, but so they can't really forget you. I would say that. So that's an unspoken truth, that this person hasn't forgotten you. Okay, we have running from your problems won't solve them. So this person is a runner. They ran from you, but they also run from any type of problem they encounter. Okay, so they probably run away from the karmic as well, which I'm not surprised. So this person probably was hot and cold, played games, this fallen one. Every person who leaves takes away something you no longer need. Okay, so just think of this as a lesson. Some people stay, but some people are meant to just teach you or awaken you, or you learn from it. Okay? We got our connection is intense and it scares me. Okay. So your connection was really, really intense. All right? And there's really, if you look at this picture, it's quite telling. So something like a bolt of lightning came between you two. So events just kind of aligned to separate the two of you. So something happened that caused a separation, and it kind of rocked both your worlds. Okay? Let's get some more unspoken truth. Silence is its own kind of confession. Okay, so I feel like you two are silent, but in the silence, the silence is very telling. Okay, tell me more. You've come further than you think. Okay, so you're really further along in this journey than you even realize. Okay, tell me more. Can you still trust he? All right. Okay, so there was trust issues between the two of you, or you feel like maybe just listen to whatever your intuition is telling you when it comes to trust. Okay. Some things aren't about not being good enough. They're just not right for you. Okay? So you can't make the shoe fit if it doesn't fit, even if it's gorgeous, even if you love the shoe, right? Okay. And let's just get a couple more. Can I have a couple more? Okay, the truth isn't always black and white, so I don't think you know the whole story wasn't revealed to you. And also, I feel like this person played games with you. But I think the game is over. And then, I tried to fall for someone else, but no one compares. Okay, so that's the karmic. The karmic that won't let them be. Okay. All right. So just know, let's end with that. No one compares to you, Aries. Like they tried to fall for someone else, but it's just not you. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you for watching.